I've done it again. I can't believe it, but I've done it again.
What'd you do?
I forgot to hit the bloody go live button.
Oh.
Sometimes it needs it, sometimes it doesn't, but I've forgotten to hit the fuck mothering go live button. I've been editing for like 2 bloody hours on my editing stream, and that's why they've been like... Oh, that's why it's been viewers in there, but nobody's been chatting because I wasn't freaking live. But nobody decided to tell me, and I hate when that happens.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
I've done it before. I am just going to...
How many times have you done it?
Oh, I've only done it once before, but like that was the time when I had like 8 people in chat because someone gave me a shout out, but like I didn't realize for an hour.
Actually, I think I might. I think I might have been watching your stream then. Was it like a month or 2 ago? Something like that.
Yeah, probably about that. Oh fuck! I can't believe I did it again. I mean, but I've been going to Facebook and in theory to Twitch. Although I really don't know. Let me check Twitch quick.
Do an edit live stream soon.
Yeah. I've been live on Facebook. That's it. On Facebook, that's it. Oh, and I'm live on Twitch. On Facebook, that's it. Yeah. So I've been live on Twitch. I've been live on Facebook, but for some fucking reason, because I'm a fuckwit, haven't been live on Twitch. Wait a minute. Oh, somebody else has joined the voice chat.
Oh.
Liquid Colin, apparently, although he's muted himself. I don't know. Colin, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. I just choose to mute myself just in case I've jumped in at the wrong time or if something important's being done.
Oh, no. That's all good, Colin. No. Racky Colin is, he's a member of the Discord. Okay, so to catch you up on what's happened, Colin. So basically, I'm editing the next episode. Racky's here just because, like, he's another YouTuber, and he, like, he was just, like, he was just around, so I thought, hey, invite him on, could be fun. And now I've just realized I forgot to hit the stream now button for about an hour and a half on Facebook, YouTube while I've been editing. So it's been live on Twitch, but it hasn't been live on YouTube where I have any friggin' subscribers. So I did it again. Yep, it's just what I did last time Link tried it.
So you really are Britney Spears.
What? I'm sorry, I don't get that joke.
What was her first single?
Oops. Okay, I get it. Did it again.
But before we take a look at Mighty Hit Special, let's take aim.
Are you watching the stream as well, Colin?
Yeah, I am. I've jumped onto your YouTube. However, I've got it muted because I know that there's probably about 15 seconds time difference.
Yeah, the YouTube... Twitch is actually really good from what I just checked, but yeah, YouTube's about 10 seconds. So
now...
Yeah. So, your life, universe, and everything been impacted by this upper respiratory illness that's been going around?
I mean, I work in a kid's funland, so yes. And don't worry, you can say Corona. Okay. I'm not monetized, so yeah, it's all good.
Okay. No, I'm just being careful because some people are particularly sensitive and don't like it when you refer to it as a flu-like illness, even though it is an upper respiratory and demonstrates flu-like symptoms. Yes, it gets far worse, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I get you. But no, it's all good. But yeah, no, because I work at a children's playland, yeah, that's got nothing happening. All my theatre classes and shows have been cancelled. If the Bat Out of Hell, the musical Australian tour, gets cancelled, I am going to be so sad because I have friggin' perfect seats for that concert.
Oh.
And I've been looking forward to it for 2 years.
Yeah, that would break my little heart too.
Yeah. Oh, are you going?
No, I just mean if I've been looking forward to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Is it?
woohoo! Protected species.
Yeah, that because
Little ship's been gutted.
that's in June, and so yeah, I don't know. It's getting dangerous. They're still posting hype stuff though. But yeah, I have like the perfect seats. They're like right next. They only cost 150, but they're right next to like the $380 seats. So.
Have you ever seen Meatloaf in person? Like on?
Oh, these days I wouldn't want to. He doesn't have the same sort of voice that he had back in the 70s.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but like it seems whenever that man gets up on stage as opposed to behind a studio mic, he just loses it. Like I don't know. Like he can do an album great, but I just can't find a live version I can get into. He oversins it.
Does he seem low on energy now?
Oh no, he's got the energy. It's just too much.
Only throw it out to the point that he needs 2 vocoders to bring him back to what he used to be. Where we're talking, like, whilst you don't pick up on it when you listen to the final stuff that came out by Freddie Mercury for Queen, if you actually listen to some of the live stuff, granted, yes, he was dying, but before the death started settling in, his voice had been blown out because you can't do stadium shows forever.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing with Meatloaf, pretty much straight after 1978. Like, you can tell, like if you listen to all of his like pre-Bat Out of Hell demos and stuff he did with Jim Steinman and Rocky Horror Picture Show and of course the original Bat Out of Hell, like you hear like one voice. But the problem is then he went touring and had like so much like booze and drugs and wore himself out that by the time his next album, Dead Ringer for Love, came out, he started being in this really sort of warbly operatic voice, which just kind of got stronger and stronger, which just isn't as good.
But you'd also find that if you look, there's only one singer who's got a lifetime of show where his voice hasn't changed or hasn't changed too severely that makes you go, ooh, what happened there? And that's Tom Waits. But Tom Waits has a voice that is designed for singing to begin with.
Okay.
How best to describe Tom Waits? His voice is like rocks being pelted into a bucket.
Okay.
However, he can sing. And when I say sing, I mean, he is technically proficient at singing. Also, the way he chooses to sing is fantastic. But once again, he does not have your traditional voice for singing.
No, yeah, I get you.
Well, here it
so
is.
He's had a
game the internet
a
forgot.
60-odd year career.
Nearly forgot. It's been pretty hard to dig up information on this game and its prequel, Mighty Hits.
Sounded like
not so special.
His voice was chucking rocks into a bucket, 60-odd years ago, and it still sounds like you're throwing rocks into a bucket now.
So what kind of music are you two into?
That one isn't even mentioned on the Wikipedia gun games
Many and
list.
varied, but I tend to favour punk rock.
Nice.
But translations of the rear cover suggest that in addition...
Basically 80s music.
We recently had an 80s night, karaoke night at work. And it felt like every single song that they came up with was from the 70s, though. It was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
But translations of the rear cover suggest the addition of GunCon support.
Technically, those songs were around in the 80s, but, like, come on. I think we only sang, like, 380 songs the whole night.
The first Mighty Hits is
like
even
me going,
the only PAL
let's sing Anarchy in the
game.
UK. Doesn't matter that it came out like just before the 80s, punk rock only really sort of took off, very, like, oh, shit, let's just pick on Iggy Pop then. Anything that people immediately think of Iggy Pop was from his Stooges days, which, it is what it is.
At that 80s night, I did do a I do a kind of jokey song to begin with. I started the night with Johnny Be Good.
Oh, nice.
Because of course, like that's the song from Back to the Future, which is the quintessential '80s movie.
I'm ashamed to admit that I just watched Back to the Future in 2016.
That's okay, man. I watched it in 2019.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it when I had the flu.
Oh, well.
All I can say is that there is absolutely no shame in admitting that you only just watched the movie. Not having watched the movie is the shame.
I mean, I didn't watch Star Wars until I was about 14. And I think as a result, I'm not a big fan of the original trilogy.
Really?
That's a little bit of a disappointment, but it makes sense. Like,
Yeah, it's
if
like
you
I actually find the first one to be boring. It's just so slow paced. I mean, like it looks brilliant. Like I love like what I'm looking at. It's just like it's just moving too slow. And then like I don't like the second one because Luke is a whiny bitch, and the romantic subplot comes out of nowhere. At least I feel it does. And like there's all these like weird like running gags with Vader choking people, and it just doesn't feel right. But then I kind of like Return of the Jedi because it starts feeling like everybody's suddenly taking this seriously.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. A lot of people say that that's the worst one. No, I reckon Return of the Jedi is the best one. And then I loved it when they remade Force Awakens because it's just A New Hope, but watchable.
I wouldn't go quite that far, as in it's just A New Hope.
As I said
no,
before,
of course,
Point
yeah,
Blank
but
is the
that's
epitome
like
of the party
the-
shooter.
People
and
just
in
said it was
that
New Hope
regard,
again,
it's
but like,
been
yeah.
almost
New Hope, but
unchallenged
watchable.
through history. As I said before, Point Blank is the epitome of the
as I
party
said.
shooter, and in that regard, it's been
I
almost
didn't mind
unchallenged
The
through
Force
history,
Awakens.
even through the
It is-
Wii era.
For it is a highly watchable. Yeah, that's not to say it's good, bad, or otherwise. I do
First
agree. It
arcade
is a
cabinet
highly watchable
predates
movie.
Time Crisis
Oh,
by
yeah,
over
yeah,
a
I'd agree.
year. And the PS1 version contains a
Following films, it raises too many questions of
it's
for all the story that you were trying to tell. Why?
Oh, because they didn't know the story they were going to tell until basically a month before they told it. That's the thing. They didn't know where they were going with any of this. To be fair,
Well,
neither did George Lucas when he wrote the original trilogy. But, yeah.
George Lucas was able to get away with it because, let's be honest, when he did Star Wars, he decided, you know what, we'll just start in the middle of a thing. We'll get some nice, flashy everything. Because why not? There's money for a flashy budget. Then the second one is, okay, let's continue on with what I started. And the third one was, well, I'm selling lunchboxes now. Let's make some cool stuff for that. But
it's really hard to argue
he
that
did
the
sit
shooting
down,
galleries are
and
anything
as terrible
but
as it
perfect.
is, he did sit down
It's
and
really
plan
hard to
out
argue that
the prequel trilogy.
it's really hard to
For
argue that the
everything
shooting
that
galleries
you
are
watch
anything
in the
but
prequel
perfect.
trilogy, if you were to
There's
put it
so
on
much
paper,
variety and every
you'd go, okay, I see why he did that. Yep, that makes sense for this event and that event and that event. Like, as a cohesive story, it has one across the 3 prequel films.
Oh, yeah.
That's debatable.
Well, I
But
mean, they, the thing is, like, that story, even then, it changed so much from its original intent. Like, it was revealed, I think, last year, like, people, like, went through, like, old documents and, like, looked a bit closer at stuff, and, like, for example, like, Jar Jar was supposed to be, Darth Plagueis. Like, just straight up. And, like,
Allegedly.
the...
No,
No, the
I
voice
maintain
actor,
allegedly.
the voice actor all but confirmed it.
See that all but?
Only because
know,
they legally
he-
can't. It basically, somebody asked the voice actor, hey, we found all this evidence, what do you say to that? And he replied with, it's really nice, even years later, to see an original intent shining through. It's like, that's...
I can get that. Like, in as much as you,
With no tact
I'm sure
on
you've
filler.
seen that 40-minute documentary where they break down all the gestures and all this, and yeah, it does make
One moment it's a
it does
bad
make
guy
sense,
rail
and
range.
it is a bit
The
disappointing.
next
that
it's
if,
targets on a roller coaster. The next it's reenacting your favorite
capital
Spielberg
F.
scene.
If it is true,
Mm,
it is such a disappointment that story seed didn't get to blossom. But that also being said, Jar Jar as a presented character in the first film was such a grating individual to everyone that wasn't, on a constant sugar hype like myself. Yeah.
I feel kind
I can
of
see why.
sad to admit that I was a Jar Jar fan for like my first 2 or 3 watches of that movie.
That's all right.
I laughed at the
thoroughly
jokes.
I thoroughly enjoyed Jar Jar, but to the point of even annoying people by imitating his voice. But I'm a weirdo.
All right, now
We'll
I've just
hurt you if you do that again.
okay. So now what I need to do is I need to find a version of the tank scene from Saving Private Ryan that doesn't have a watermark, because there's a joke that I'm going to do with it.
Spare the $2 and grab it from the op shop.
I might have to. Oh wait, this doesn't have a watermark, but this is the correct scene. I need the one where, like, he blows it up, apparently with his pistol, you know what I mean?
Not actually watched all of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, me neither, I've only just seen the opening scene for English class.
Yeah, I'm not sure what English you'd pick up from that.
Oh, it was about, like, shot composition and stuff like that.
Fair enough. Not sure why shot composition's showing up in English class, but
Oh, because film
I
studies
failed.
and stuff like that. Okay, I just realized I don't actually need the actual clip itself. I just need the audio so I can sync it. So I'll just download the one with the watermark. Oh, now this is a brilliant video making tool. This program here, 4K video downloader. I am going to like buy the full version of this, even though I don't have to, because it's just so easy. I just copy the link. It's so much easier than any of like the online video downloaders you can use. You just paste the link in there. It comes up with the clip. You can also download full playlists. Choose whether you want video or audio.
How's it
Choose
go,
the quality,
entire,
and away you go. Comes up with the clip.
I like your desktop background, by the way.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of them. I change every 30 minutes. I just add images to the folder like every so often.
I actually have a background like that on my PS4.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There's only one problem with having random images come up as your desktop background, and that's if you're not careful with your left and media. Sometimes those thumbnails pop up.
Have you ever had that problem? I don't know, let's see what other ones I've got then. Alright, yeah, download. Let's see, I've actually got 2 monitors, so these will only change every other one. Men in Flares, Red Dwarf reference there. Oh yeah, the new Red Dwarf is coming out in a few days. So excited for that.
Cool. I'm still
More
yet to
Red Dwarf?
catch up on Red Dwarf.
Oh, well, I mean, the movie length special is coming out in like 2 weeks. The classic remastered Red Dwarf cover there. What else have I got? Durarara, one of my favorite animes, and this character here is the namesake of my YouTube channel, Shizuo. He's basically the most badass character in all of anime. My first full review, Xenocracy. What else have we got? Well, we just wait for that clip to download. Oh, now this is a really cool image. This is floating around for a while. It's like a DualShock 3 that's been cut open by like a samurai sword. And like one of the cool things, because I've taken apart a bunch of like PlayStation controllers in the past, I can identify like all these little like fragments. And like, yeah, they actually did this.
Tell if this is.
Pardon?
Can you tell if the 3
let's see. Looking in there.
If the when Sony released the PS3, it's like, oh yeah, 6-axis. We couldn't include the rumble because the 6-axis.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
It's my angry girlfriend.
And then Mad Catz within three months after getting the publicly available, how do we make aftermarket control pads compatible with your system? And it's, oh, hey, we can do that and include a rumble.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. Although I do want to get my hands on a 6-axis for use with my what's it called? RetroPie.
I've got an aftermarket job that I bought from JB Hi-Fi, whose name escapes me at the moment. That had turbo and the DualShock as well as the 6-axis built in, and I paid like $30 for it.
Yeah, but mine won't connect without being on the wire anymore. The wireless functions cocked it. Okay, so
fair enough.
Probably gonna get a DMCA for like showing this footage, but okay, here we go. How long is this clip? I'll have to cut it down for mine.
And yeah, realistically, he wouldn't be wasting his ammunition.
Oh no, that's the idea. Like he was like gonna be dead, so like it was just like, fuck it, I'll just shoot this tank. And like if the next thing that plays is like it turns out like a plane flew over and that's why it blew up. Like where's the friggin' ad track? Video track. Always label your tracks, Jordan. Racky, you've been pretty quiet lately. Are you still there?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
Just looking at my
name. My video.
Check my
Rename. Audio. Video. Name. And underlay 1. Yeah. Okay. So I might just take this clip and I'll just leave it here for now so I can get on with it. Flag that. Racky, you've been pretty quiet lately. Colin, was it you or Tristan who contacted me earlier about like help with editing?
Tristan knows what he's doing. It's me who does.
So you contacted me with help for editing and stuff?
I'm watching you do it now, which is why I'm here and why I joined in and decided just to mute my microphone so I could listen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you could just watch the stream if you want, but I mean, you don't have to participate if you don't want to, but yeah. These flags here,
participation.
These are absolute like lifesavers when it comes to editing. Basically, what I'm going to do eventually is like anything here that needs any trimming or anything, I'm just going to add a flag to, and then just remove the flags as I go. And eventually, when there are no flags, the episode is done. It's a really nice organization tool.
It's described by Namco as being the...
Oh, apart from hunt down games, what are your hobbies? Apart from cosplay, anime.
Yeah, music, video making, theater, airfix modeling, model trains, that sort of thing.
Described by Namco as being based on the exhilaration of shooting.
So
and considering this game is all
and
that sort of stuff. Yeah. Most of the cards of Yu-Gi-Oh! I have now either fallen out of flavor or a straight up, you can't use these anymore.
Well, I collect all the old ones. I collect stuff from 2002 through to 2005. Pretty much everything before Flaming Eternity. So yeah,
It's
trying to get a full set of all those. About halfway.
got a couple of iterations of cards where they released a version 2 where they cleaned up the language a little bit from creating
Oh yeah.
infinite
The
combos.
Erased,
Just
yeah.
giving you cool stuff to shoot your toy gun at. I think that's a pretty
Before
apt
they just went,
description.
this is outright bad.
Even the name is no nonsense, with the Japanese title simply being
One card
Gun
had-
Bullet.
Can't remember what it was.
Now, it's going to be a tough one to beat, but remember,
but
Mighty
for every
Hits
card
doesn't
removed
need
from
to be
play, it would
better.
get
It
boosted
just needs to
like,
be good enough.
200 attack points.
Yeah.
Card says every card removed from play, and then there was a version 2 of it where it just says every monster card removed from play.
Which card was this again?
I don't remember its name.
Enough
It just
at
had
the
this red
price.
demon
So,
thing on it. I ended
let's
up
take a look at
calling
this
it.
I
new
think
challenge.
I know it's like Digrapher or something.
It's like 6 syllables long, and it's like, yeah, there's nothing nothing that resembles an English word in here.
Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Some red spiky intergalactic demon fish thing. Half lobster, half demon man.
Oh, and this is good. Like when I was like recording, getting this game into the console, I did it in one take. It was brilliant. Wait, let's see it. I was watching Family Guy at the time.
But
Oh, no, maybe it was 2 takes.
Hey, Lois.
Come on. Let's do it. Perfect.
holy shit, that was a good shot.
Right. Yeah, so let's see how that lines up.
To be better, it just needs to be good enough at the price. So, let's take a look at this new
I think I'm using
challenger.
the same version of Vegas as you.
15?
I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
got it in a humble bundle.
Same, yeah. I got 14 and 15 in the Humble Bundle.
I've got 14 on my desktop, so
Yeah.
I'm going to assume I missed out on 15 because I know that they issued one, and it had a whole bunch of groovy stuff. Then they did a reissue of it like 4 months later, and I didn't bother with it
Take a
because I
look
just
at
glanced
this
at it and
new
went,
challenger.
pretty sure that's everything I already got.
Holy shit, that was a good shot.
I might even just leave like. Wait, we'll just get you. I might even just like leave that sequence like that rather than try and do like the tricky like freeze frame editing. How's this look?
Let's take a look at this new challenger. Holy shit, that was a good shot.
Maybe I'll just like leave it there.
That was a good shot.
Unfortunately, Family Guy audio is playing in the background, so kind of spoils it, but I'll work around that later. I might be able to filter it out.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, Stewie's my favorite.
He's my favorite as well.
Yes.
I preferred him in season 1 when he was, an evil genius.
Oh yeah, I was just
And not
thinking
just-
that like after like a couple
Yeah.
seasons, it was like, hey, like he's barely done anything evil in a little while, and then the evil Stewie episode came on, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't the only person thinking that.
I just found that he went from evil genius to camp jokes to really don't know how to explain it. It's like, okay, you've gone with the demonstration of heterosexuality followed by a whole bunch of gay jokes, then back to making straight jokes.
Well, I don't know,
Where's the
like,
evil genius part?
Even in like season 1 and 2, they had quite a few gay jokes about Stewie. Like, so it was always kind of implied. Like on top of just the voice, like there was that one where he had like a flash forward where his like plan for high school was just to be the like effeminate gay friend of all the girls, and you had the one where he found his quote unquote real dad, and like
Yeah, Oh, look, they've been hammering the joke for a while. It's just every now and then they'll throw in like the what was I watching, like season 7, where he's got his eyes set on some newborn girl. And it's like, yeah, okay. Around, I think it's just joke.
I think I'm at like
for
season 9 right
convenience.
now.
Next, we have a
I just
prologue
watch whatever's on
cutscene
Stan.
where a cowboy
Same.
out of Baldi's Basics
Whenever I
is
can't
right.
sleep.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this new challenger.
But I'm finding it interesting seeing the number of people lose their mind over. I'm bored and I don't know what to do. A hobby of some description. Because I'm sure if I cut your internet off, you press that and work out how to make better dioramas or whatever.
Oh yeah, like Netflix is going to be laughing during this whole coronavirus thing.
One point in this game's favour right off the bat is the packaging
The
presentation.
thing that's annoying me is that I'm
the
trying
cover,
to get toilet
while
paper
very
and
generically designed,
now, like
the
all the shops
reverse.
around me are doing these. We open an hour
the cover,
early
while
for
very
at-risk
the cover-
individuals,
Wow.
and I've still got the purchase limits. But these at-risk individuals now are doing the hoarding of. They'll walk in, buy the 12-pack, walk out the door, chuck it in the boot of their car, walk
cover,
back in,
well-
pick. It's like, if you just let them,
In
they'd load up
PS1
the trolley
games.
anyway. And then it makes it really difficult for people like me who didn't start off like the Argorables everywhere else and pushing people out of the way to get toilet paper. Going, also that I pilfered from work. Can I please just buy a 12-pack? I shouldn't say pilfered. The boss said that, if you need them, boys and girls,
Yeah.
feel free to take one or two.
Yeah, I got lucky in that we just happened to buy like an 18-pack of toilet paper like right before all this happened, so we're pretty well stocked up.
Yeah. Though, as I said, I'm just amazed at some of the carry-on that's going on over it, and it's like, if one part of essential, why aren't I paid essential, and I paid so much? It's like, well, at the end of the day, you're still in a low skill requirement job. It's not important. That's you're not an important tool, but the job itself is classified as low skill.
a rarity for PS1 games. And the disc has a cool rarity for PS1 games. And the disc has a cool
I just
and
don't
the
know.
and the
People are weird.
and the disc has
Should be boiled in oil.
the disc
And
has
I
the
should
cool
get
no-
all of their stuff.
and the disc has
I think my chat has stopped working for this stream. Wait, let me
Okay.
like with the restream chat.
So what you're telling me is that you're not here, so I should post obnoxious stuff.
No. It's that like it's not coming up on the restream thing. How can I reset this? Wait, let me open in browser. Or maybe I had to have this open. Let's see. Does that work? Oh, it's gone to Twitch. It's connection error on YouTube. Okay. So the YouTube chat won't be showed on the screen. You know what? If that's the case, I'm just going to get rid of... Oh no. So it comes up on that on Restream, but it won't on YouTube. So if that's the case, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to hide that. I'm going to make that bigger. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. And I'm going to hide that. There, that'll work. Alright, let's keep going then.
and the disc has the cool novelty of being a full color bullseye too. A rarity for PS1 games. And the disc has a
Is it
cool
working?
and the And the
I'm not going to be showing it on screen anymore.
And the
so I'm just
disc
going to
has
have to monitor it.
and the disc has the cool novelty of being a full color bullseye too. A rarity for PS1 games. And a rarity.
Okay, so I need that clip. And that one.
And the disc. But you shouldn't judge a game by its cover, as the proverb goes. So let's see if it hits its mark.
Puns. Okay, last one for this clip.
Bullseye!
Wait, did I do that out of sequence? Oh shit, I did do that out of sequence. Wait, do I realize that in the clip?
JVC, the people who brought you videos.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go get myself a drink.
That's all good, man. Alright, I think I may have recorded this with the wrong order for some stuff, so I may need to cut this bullseye line and that around. Yeah, it looks like I threw the disc at the wrong point in the script. Oh, no, wrong marker. So, what I'm going to have to do, I'll do it late. It's the wrong button again. I'll do it later, but what I'll just put these markers here to remember. And I should be able to just cut and paste a bit.
It hits its mark.
Bullseye. There we go.
JVC, the people who brought you videos. And the Super Star Wars games, though, so it's not a complete write-off.
Okay, so this is the bit. These are the bits where I'll be adding like gameplay over the top of it, but we'll just keep going with the clips here.
It's going to be a hard one to beat, but remember, Mighty Hits doesn't need to be better, it just needs to be...
Wait a second. I've already done that bit. What?
Let's take a look at this new challenger.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's because I put the bullseye in the wrong place. Okay, so I'll just take that.
I've got to clear out because I've got stuff to do around the house. So
that's all
you
good,
take
man.
care,
Nice to have you.
Whereas you take care, and I'll check out the stream again later.
Okay, thanks, man, for coming.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, put this one here. Doop-a-doop-doo. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, move the bullseye around later.
Next, we have a prologue cutscene where a cowboy out of Baldi's Basics is riding a giant-eyed motorbike horse through the desert into the town of Mighty Hits. Next, we have a prologue cutscene where a cowboy out of Baldi's Basics is riding a giant-eyed motorbike horse through the desert into the town of Mighty Hits. Pulling up at a saloon with... Pulling up the Super Star Wars games, though,
Next,
so
we
it's
have
not
a
a complete write-off. Pulling up to a saloon with the head of a reindeer on the wall. Pulling up to a saloon with the head of a reindeer on the wall. The Lego-headed barkeep and his patrons are quite distressed about this burly Buzz Lightyear-looking gentleman vandalizing the furnishings using his mighty boot in an aggressive manner. Vandalizing the furnishings and using his mighty boot in an aggressive manner. All hope seems lost for calming this vague threat when the cowboy approaches and shoots him into pieces before his dramatic face reveal. So relieved is the So relieved is the red-headed girl type thing that she flings another customer out of the way across the room to give the mustachioed gunslinger a big sloppy one, causing his head and arms to fly off and his gun to discharge with the bullet bouncing around, causing his girl to give the mustachioed gunslinger a big sloppy one, causing his head and arms to fly off and his gun to discharge, with the bullet bouncing around, causing a metaphysical breakdown that collapses the saloon, bringing the causing his head and arms to fly off and his gun to discharge, with the bullet bouncing around, causing a metaphysical breakdown that collapses the saloon, bringing us to the title splash, and bringing us to the satire.
Alright, so let's see how this sequence stitches together on a first run.
Videos. And the Super Star Wars games, though, so it's not a complete write-off. Next, we have a prologue cutscene where a cowboy out of Baldi's Basics is riding a giant-eyed motorbike horse through the desert into the town of Mighty Hits, pulling up to a saloon with the head of a reindeer on the wall. The Lego-headed barkeep and his patrons are quite distressed about this burly Buzz Lightyear-looking gentleman vandalizing the furnishings and using his mighty boot in an aggressive manner. All hope seems lost for calming this vague threat when the cowboy approaches and shoots him into pieces before his dramatic face reveal. So relieved is the red-headed girl type thing that she flings another customer out of the way across the room to give the mustachioed gunslinger a big sloppy one, causing his head and arms to fly off and his gun to discharge, with the bullet bouncing around, causing a metaphysical breakdown that collapses the saloon, bringing us to the title splash.
Yep, that works. A little bit of trimming him in there, here and there, but that should do the trick.
Why?
And this is me looking for a prop.
Prologue cutscene where a cow Buzz Lightyear gun to discharge, with the bullet bouncing around. Japaneseness. Check.
Pause, please.
Splash. Japaneseness. Check.
Yeah, that's a good take.
Double check. Japaneseness. Double check. Double check.
Ah, double check. Okay, so that's from later in the script, so I'll have to come back
Double
to that
check.
one. Oh, okay.
Double check. Japaneseness. Check.
I think the other one was better.
Japaneseness. Check.
No, that was crap.
Japaneseness. Check.
Nope, that was crap too.
Just a quick note, while I'm playing this...
Oh, this
Just
line
a quick
took
note,
ages.
while I am playing this with a G-Con, Just a quick note, while I am playing this with a G-Com, which is a video synchronized Just a quick note, while I am playing this with a G-Com, which is a video synchronized light gun, this game is also compatible with so-called standard, normal. Just a note, while I am playing this is the only party game...
This one took ages.
This is the only light gun party game that you could get. And...
Let's see, usable take.
And yes, I do mean Hyper Blaster, not Justifier, because this game is a Japanese and PAL exclusive. That's right, it's a game that Yanks can't...
Yeah, so now I need to download an episode of Games Yanks Can't Wank. So yeah, that one will do.
Originality. It seems like a four-letter word in the video gaming industry nowadays, doesn't it? I mean...
Does this have the...
Nothing new. It's always been...
Oh, it doesn't have the title screen. Damn it. Well, that's useless.
It's games that Yanks can't whack.
That'll do. Ready. Download that. Oh, I can hear you back, Reki. Where are you? I'm creating echoes and rackies. Thingy. Alright, and then I just go Badushka. Badushka. I think Jet Set Willy. Drag it out. No, then I open up Incidental. Jet Set Willy. That's not quite the one I want. Let me find a better one.
Sometimes it can be shitty when there's a game you
this is
really
the one.
want. You wait a really long time, it takes bloody years to come. But what about those games that you just don't get to play?
240.
Not released in the US, but places like the UK.
Ah, it's a re-upload. Alright.
Oh, hello there.
Yep, this one's got
It's
it.
safe to say that NES didn't exactly do too well over here in the UK. But actually, that's quite an understatement. It pretty much bent over and pulled apart its bum cheeks for the other systems over here.
Alright, so basically why I'm using this song is because Larry Bundy Jr. has a show called Games Yanks Can't Wank. And because this is a PAL exclusive, I'm going to do a quick joke based on that.
Come in here. Is that right? I guess.
Oh, Racky's back.
What? Oh, you're playing some game. Yeah. Well, then I'm talking to somebody on Discord. All right. Alrighty.
Hey, Racky.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing okay?
Yeah, more.
Just download.
What did you say?
I said I'm doing okay, just downloading a clip.
Oh, okay.
It says we got 3 people watching on YouTube, but none of them are talking in the chat, so I've got really nothing to say. Well, things download. I don't want to talk too much, or I'll wear out my voice for nothing.
Oh, did what's Fees? He left.
Pardon?
Your friend did he leave the chat?
Oh yeah, Colin's gone. Yeah, yeah. Colin's he's just a person on the Discord.
Oh,
I think I did a live stream where I played some Guns of Icarus with him a little while back. But yeah.
alrighty.
Well, hello, Lazy Lou.
Come on, load, please. Okay, while that is loading, I'm just going to.
That's right, it's a game that Yanks can't.
Okay. Put that there.
Who am I kidding? I've been demonetized since 2017. Who am I kidding? I haven't been monetized. PAL exclusive. Who am I kidding? I haven't. That's right, it's a game. Who am I kidding? I haven't been monetized. Who am I kidding? I haven't been monetized since 2017 anyway. PAL exclusive. That's right,
No, for fuck's
it's.
sake. One thing I hate about
Who am I kidding?
Vegas
I haven't.
is that it doesn't have very good separated controls between the trimmer and the standard player, so I keep on pressing play on the wrong one.
Oh. Yikes.
Okay, let's see. Oh, downloaded.
You spoiled. Spoiled rotten dog.
Oh, he's wearing a Famicom Dojo shirt. That's cool. You give me one of those.
My friend, I don't have many friends. But what does this have to do with this song? It's games that Yanks can't whack.
Oh, it's basically the same anyway. Oh well. Okay, so now I just need new
Games that Yanks can't walk.
wank.
Can't wank.
Yeah, it's a Larry Bundy Jr. show. That he does. Well, he doesn't do it so much anymore. He more does his fact hunt things. But yeah, I'm just doing a quick joke based on it in mind. So. Incidental audio. I'll fix the spelling on that later. And I will fix that all up later. Alright, so where are we in the script? Trimmer?
Yanks.
I'm very
Can't.
close to finishing mine.
Your video?
My script.
Kidding, I
okay.
haven't been.
Sorry, what did you say it was on again?
It was on the G1 The Grudge.
What on The Grudge?
Basically, Ju-on the Grudge. It's this Japanese horror movie.
Oh, another movie
That was-
review. Cool.
I already did a review of it, but I'm
Yeah, I see.
basically doing it. Yeah.
I basically like learned all the videos you've already done because I had to download most of them to get that intro made for you.
Yeah.
So it's a game set in the Wild.
Oh, since it's a movie review, are you going to be able to use that intro or not?
Do what?
Since it's going to be a movie review instead of a game one, are you going to be able to use that intro I made for you or not?
I'll think about it. I'm not sure.
So
yet.
it's a
Yeah, it doesn't really fit because it's like Yakuza game. Huh?
game set in the Wild West where you use your 6-iron to shoot typical cowboy things like toy
What? I'm
trains, puzzle
No, don't worry.
cubes, and
Oh, right.
Okay. Shite. It goes there. Okay.
double check. Double check.
Not there. Where's the other double check? Here it is.
Check. It's a double check.
Yep, that's a good one. So, are you thinking PS5 or Xbox Series X?
PS5.
Okay. What's
What about you?
I mean, if I bought either of them, it would be the PS5, but the thing that would really get me is the rumored backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
They're saying
That's kind of-
full PlayStation brand backwards compatibility. 1, 2, 3, all of them.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it'll be backwards compatible with all the PlayStation games.
Yeah, if it does, and it has like good internal rendering, PS2 scaling to like 4K or something, that could be awesome. Because that's only been achievable with emulators so far.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And I would want that.
Okay, so where are we in the script? Bullseye, JVC, one of your videos. Next, have a prelude cutscene. One of the basic activities.
Yeah, especially if I'm going to be reviewing PlayStation games on my channel.
Okay, have you got many PS1 games lined up? Or?
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me pull it out.
Hey, how's your collection been going in general?
It's going pretty good. Like I said, I just bought an Xbox with Xbox games.
Mhm.
I have 3, actually. I have 4 PlayStation games. One is Bubsy 3D.
Jesus.
The other one is Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The
Wait, how
third
much
one
of that
is
was
The
on
Grinch.
Wait, how much?
And the fourth one is actually no, I have 5. The fourth one is The Emperor's New Groove. And the fourth one is Toy Story 2, I think.
Emperor's New Groove is a pretty good one. I mean, Toy Story 2 is legendary, but yeah, Emperor's New Groove isn't that bad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't played them yet. I've only played these 3 that I have in my hand. I have
Lost a
digital
second, so I
copies
forgot to hit
of
the
Emperor's New Groove
bloody
and
record button.
Toy Story. But Bubsy 3D, Scooby-Doo, and The Grinch, they're physical.
Yeah, the Bubsy 3D. Yeah, like that's the cursed game. Do you
Yeah.
like? What are you thinking? Are you thinking of any like gimmick you're going to use to review that one? Because like a lot of the big wigs have already tackled it. Like Kadikris has done one. John Tron, AVGN. I think Pro Jared even did it, and Rerez. Yeah, like that one's been done a lot. So you got to, if you want to do that, like you're going to need some sort of USP.
I haven't thought about what I'm going to do with that video yet, but Only time will tell.
Hmm.
Oh, jeez.
There are 30 galleries in total to choose from, and enough, you can choose your favorite stages in
Probably have
contrast with
something
the pure.
Decently
Meaning
fun
that if you're
for that
quick,
one.
you can choose your favorite. You're quick enough, meaning that
Okay.
This actually might be the worst game I've ever played.
Which one? Bubsy?
Bubsy 3.
Oh, I mean,
meaning that if you're
yeah, that's the general consensus. Yeah. My girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend of mine, like actually had that game, and she didn't reveal that she had any PS1 games until long after we'd broken up. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just looking through like, oh, this stack of brilliant games that she's got, like in brilliant condition, and then just Bubsy 3D.
there are 30 galleries in total to choose from, and there's a cool flipbook thing that you shoot to stop. Meaning that if you're blank,
So, have you played any light gun games, or
Light gun games? No, I don't think I've ever played them.
really?
Maybe in an arcade or.
Not even on the Wii or anything?
Actually, I think I might have on the Wii at a friend's house or something.
Oh.
But that's about it.
the bonus rounds also have something similar where you shoot a playing
I mean, I
card to
haven't
get a
used
random
the actual
challenge.
light gun on a Wii
One of the
game,
few
but
actual gameplay events linked to the supposed Wild West. One of the
I've actually played. I owned some first-person shooters on the Wii.
Oh, yeah. I just can't get the whole, like, Zapper controls for first-person shooters.
one of the few actual game
I tried playing Sniper Elite the other day. Didn't really like it.
videos and
I've never played.
and a
the
little
Wii
window
Zapper.
dressing. The game really has
I
nothing.
kind of plan on getting it
Videos.
for a video or two.
What was that, sorry?
I said I actually plan on. I might get a Wii Zapper just to like put it in a video.
What, it's like a prop, or?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they've finally gotten relatively cheap. In Australia, you can pick one up from CEX for about $6.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of grabbing it. There's one at my local. But I'm not going to go out shopping for a little while, I've decided. Just going to kind of hunker in the bunker.
The game
Yeah,
really has
I
nothing to
imagine
do
they're
with it.
cheap. I mean,
This
there's
results in a
piece
lack of
plastic they
cohesion in
just
the game
put
together.
in it.
Bun?
I said, I imagine they're very cheap because really it's just a piece of plastic.
Well, yeah, but, like, there aren't really many third-party options that are any good as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, if you do want to
Yeah.
play... And there are a lot of light gun games on the Wii, so, like, yeah, enthusiasts like it. But, yeah, for the longest time, they were, like, impossible to find.
I mean, yeah, one might be about shooting down a wanted poster on a spray-painted graffiti wall. Huh. But then you've got ones like this, where... Huh.
Can't see unless
Then you've got ones like this, where you're shooting...
Put that there, just because I can clip it around and use it.
Huh. Huh. But then you've got ones that are like... Huh. But then you've got ones like this, where you're playing a cup and ball game with toy bunnies that look like the droid tanks out of Star Wars.
No, nothing happens. Stop it. Shut up.
So how far into the script am I? Oh, so
I don't know.
I'm checking. Yeah, I'm at the bottom of page 2 of about 3.
I don't know.
Star Wars. And here's some bollocks. The bunnies start moving before the camera's even stopped. What's up with that?
Yeah, I want to see if I can just at least get all of the dialogue in one line, just so I can trim it down later by the end of this stream. That'll be enough progress for me to be happy.
In Point Blank, all the context you need to understand the galleries is presented in front of you. William Tell, Bulldozer.
Wait, is it the not the bees bit?
I am not happy that I wasted so much time replaying every single level just to find the hidden items. Shame on you, Fieldless.
Is that your script? Or?
Yeah, that's my script. I'm just like,
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want me to have a look at it, I'm willing to give you a couple notes.
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, whenever you're done with it.
I am nearly done with it.
Oh yeah, have you seen the movie Platoon?
I have not.
No, okay, well, then there's a joke that'll like go over your head then. Actually, no, okay, wait, I'll just explain to you. So, are you watching the stream right now?
Hold on.
Okay, basically, I'll show you.
I am now.
See if I can find the right clip.
Now your stream is buffering. That's nice.
So let me just find.
Let me reload it. There we go.
Okay, so now I just go. Okay, here it is. Okay, so there's this game in Mighty Hits where you've got to. The rules are on screen there. You got to. The horse will give up if you shoot it 35 times within the 30-second time limit. And this thing with motorbike wheels, is the horse. And this is what it looks like. Oh wait, give it a sec. Load, let it load. Yeah, okay. So yeah, now this is the vision you're presented with playing this game. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's certainly something. So what I'm going to mix that with is I'm going to take the horse's face and I'm going to put it on this like iconic scene from Platoon, which is Sergeant Elias's death scene. Where is it? Here it is. So yeah, that's gonna be the horse, this guy. Just gonna put the horse's head on him.
Oh. Oh my.
With this music playing and me like crying as I'm just like shooting him again and again.
Oh lord.
That is like you are saying right now the exact like dialogue that I wrote for myself. Let's see if I can find like the moment. Yeah, here's the moment. Yeah, he throws his arms up. Right now, here it comes. Yeah, and then here's the bit where he dies. That's the iconic Platoon pose. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the horse's face. Yeah, so that's the joke for that one. So that's gonna be a fun one to do. Just this with like this
You
thing's
need to
head
understand.
playing right now. And then like oh wait, I'll just quickly show you the next bit. And then when it comes to this next little bit, he's dead, helicopter goes over. And then Charlie Sheen looks over at this guy. And like for this guy, who was the guy who essentially killed him, I'm going to put like this, like that guy, like that like toy guy on the left's face over his. So yeah, fun stuff. Right,
William Tell, Bulldozer.
Oh yeah, was this the? That's why I was looking at the script, because I need to find out if this was the not the bees section. Let's just yeah. Yep, not the bees. Okay, so now I need to go on YouTube and quickly find Not the Bees. Just need the audio. Yeah. Do you know the Not the Bees meme?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen this clip on YouTube.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, that like clip became a meme despite it like only being in like the unrated cut of the movie. It wasn't in the cinematic or the original DVD. It was just in this one extended cut.
Really?
Yeah, and yet it still managed to become a meme. Okay, show folder.
4K video downloader. Is that free or did you have to pay for that?
Oh no, I was talking about earlier. I don't know if you missed it, but no, this is actually a brilliant tool. You should get it like right now if you ever need to like download stuff for YouTube. It's free. The free version has this one ad on it. That is the only difference. And honestly, I am this close to just like buying it outright myself. And it comes in a bunch of packages with other cool software. It's so easy to use. Literally, you just copy the link from whatever video site. It does YouTube. So like a lot of online downloaders these days, they won't do YouTube, but this one does. So you just go click the paste link button, and it automatically pastes whatever there was. Just go audio or video. If there's any issue, you just do it again, and it fixes it. You can choose your formats. Yeah. You just choose that and it just downloads. It can download multiples at a time. It can download an entire playlist if you ask it to, which is something I've been looking at forever. It can also, if you set it up and link it to your YouTube account, it can make it so it just automatically downloads any video that goes public for a given YouTuber.
Oh,
so you can just like have it downloaded for whatever. Like, it is just so useful. And like, I'm not sponsored or anything. Hashtag not sponsored, but I'm just gonna
sponsor in part by.
I'll just quickly find out what the price is. Oh, there's a St. Patrick's Day sale. Oh, I might grab that. Yeah, no, it's $15. I assume, yeah, US. Just to like get rid of that ad, which like I'm actually just tempted to pay it because this is just such a smoothly running program.
Does it put banners on the videos?
And that's a one-time license fee. No, it doesn't. No watermarks. No nothing. Full length. Works perfectly. And a personal one-time license for 3 computers is the $15. So it's only like $5 each if you split it with like 2 other people.
Nice.
We've also got unlimited playlists, channel subscription, no ads, updates. Subtitles download as well, so you can download it with subtitles, which is awesome. I can see why that would be useful. And then they've also got like a pack which comes with like a bunch of other software, including like a YouTube to MP3 converter, and not sure what the other one is, some sort of Instagram plugin, but like they're together, and yeah, that's only like $25 for the 3 programs. But yeah, if you need like a video downloader and you're just sick and tired of dealing with the crap that the online ones give you, like barely working half the time, poor quality, like 4K video download is the way to go. It's like been a lifesaver.
Awesome. I just downloaded it as you were talking about it.
Bulldozer.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I hope I get sponsored by them. That'd be awesome.
Like, hey, sponsor us, please.
Essentially, yeah.
Mm.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Not the Beast. There we go. Take that down to incidental audio. Opening trimmer.
Review. William Tell, Bulldozer.
Flight of the Valkyries.
William Tell, Bulldozer.
I think so.
And while there are
I've
moments
never actually
of
seen the movie.
No, Flight of the
Japanese-
Valkyries is the name of that composition you were humming.
Oh,
It was used in the movie Valkyrie, but
Japanese, and while there are moments of Japanese, the ice.
so I guess here. Turn that off.
But Mighty Hits always tries to put these weird stories to everything, like this one, where a penguin has apparently gone full Captain America, and the only logical way to get him out of there is to shoot away the ice.
Okay, that was a good take. Holy crap, I'm already at the 15-minute mark for this episode. I'm only halfway through it.
wow.
There's a bunch of padding at the beginning, but I didn't think I'd written that one in the script.
And apparently the most logical course of action is shooting away
wonder how
the
long
ice
might
to
be
save
movie.
him. And I would like to put to committee my protest that this method does not properly take into account the safety of the penguin. Like one speck of ice. Wait, fail? Fail? He was out! He was free! There was like one speck of ice floating an inch away from him. What are they, quantum locked or something? This is not acceptable! Not.
Yeah, Pingu joke. So... have you, like, added anything else interesting to your collection? Like anything rare or anything like that? Since I last saw it?
Let me check, actually. It's been a while. I bought some Nintendo Switch games.
Oh, okay.
I got. Oh,
But
yeah.
the creme de la crazy
I just bought I bought Anubis 2 like 2 months or so ago.
Wait, Anubis 2, as in, like, the Ninja Breadman game?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't find that one. I wanted to find that one for, my Christmas video, but it's really difficult to find in PAL territories.
Oh yeah.
So have you got all the
Yeah,
Ninja Bread ones now?
Not all of them, just Ninja Breadman and this.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you don't really need
It has
any
to be
more, do you?
this one, where your horse...
So are you going to do a, another review of that?
I was thinking about reviewing them all at once, basically saying like, what the heck is this? This is the same game over and over.
Oh, yeah, well... Yeah, I mean, if you do that, I should come in for a cameo, because, like, it'd be pretty cool if, like... Because about, like, all the whole, it's the same, like, game thing that I did during the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be, like, fun if I go, like, just, like, as some sort of crazy person. Be like, they're all the same. It's the same game. Yeah, something like that. And, like, also, I've got a bunch of footage of, yeah, the other two that you don't have if you don't want to bother, like, buying them. Like, it's only DVD quality, but, like, it saves you having to buy 2 useless games.
I suppose. I mean, it's probably going to be cheap as dirt anyway.
Oh, yeah. I imagine.
But the creme de la creme...
Apparently, like, a lot of those games actually even reuse the maps, just of different textures.
But the creme de la crazy has to
I
be
think
this
so,
one,
too.
where your horse is running times to make it
I haven't
give
played
up.
this yet. But I
Crap!
assume the tutorial level is the exact same. I assume so. I don't really know, but what's kind of bad about this the copy I got was it didn't come with the original box art because I got it from GameStop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like bad GameStop covered. Whatever. And I don't know why the inside of the box is green. I guess they just got like an Xbox box.
Oh, yeah, we get that occasion, too.
Yeah. Actually. Oh yeah, they did. Holy crap.
Does it say Xbox inside?
I don't think so.
Let's not. Let-
No. No.
Just
I don't know if it's. I don't think
Let's
it says
not-
Xbox
mince words here. This is horrible.
either.
I don't want to shoot a horse 35 times. In Point Blank, the only repeated shooting galleries were based on destroying something inanimate. But this is a living, breathing, death-fearing creature. See how it runs
These
on
two
its
side by side.
wheels. And see how running around makes it impossible to friggin' hit.
Very interesting.
What's interesting? Sorry, I was like doing a clip.
Oh, I just be realizing that this was actually an Xbox box.
Well, you know, they're gonna give you whatever they got.
Yes.
And see how it's running around.
Let's put these 3 takes there. Ah, crap! I've done something. I've done something to the view on Sony Vegas, and I can't work out how to fix it. Damn, I can't see ahead anymore. Ah, there we go.
I'm gonna test out
In fact, I think
4K download.
Oh,
I think one of this game's major pitfalls is the addition of 3D space to the shooting
oh yeah,
gallery
it'll do
formula.
like full spec,
Tracking a target
literally up to 4K, as the name suggests.
in 2 dimensions is engaging,
Doesn't really
but
give me a
3
4K
starts to be a
option
headache. And this
for
is
this
compounded
video,
by the
but I
often
think that's because
Is the video?
The video
It only goes up to as far as the video does. It doesn't upscale or anything.
okay,
erratic motion
yeah.
of
The,
the moving
the original
targets.
video was 720p
Point-blank spin-off game
and
Ghoul
60
Pa-
frames.
The Point Blank
I'll just go with that. And just put it on my desktop. I want to see it on my desktop. Thank you very much.
The point-blank spin-off game Ghoul Panic suffered a bit from this too, but it was mitigated by the snappier animations and more defined targets.
Oh.
Mighty Hits is
I'm glad you
often
told me about this
literally
thing, 'cause
all
I
over the
was actually gonna pay a ludicrous amount of money for some other downloader that I.
How much? And what was it, if you don't mind saying?
The point-blank spin-off game Ghoul Panic
This is called a FreeMake video downloader, and
targets.
I think
Mighty Hits is often literally all over the
I
place,
think if I wanted
and
to
just
download
causes sensory overload.
a video, it would cost me about. Let me check the price.
Is it an online one or an actual program?
It's an actual program.
No.
No, yeah, it was gonna cost me $60.
And what can it do? Like literally just download YouTube?
Yeah, I could download YouTube. I could download anything that's not YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure 4K video downloader, it can do like Vimeo and Dailymotion and like all the others that matter.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna just pay for it because like I really should like vote with my wallet and reward good stuff like this, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I very occasionally get an issue where like it won't show me like the full spectrum of quality that it should, or like it locks on audio or video, but like that's always fixed by just closing and redoing it, and it's normally when I have just a really dodgy internet connection anyway.
And just causes sensory overload on top of the fact that just causes sensory of a pixel sprite. By the early 90s, developers knew how to
Yay!
get the most out of sprite-based artwork, but they were still getting the grips. By the early 90s, developers knew how to get the most out of sprite-based artwork, but they were still getting to grips with models, and even Ghoul Even by Ghoul Panic's release, they still had a way to go.
No, I can hear the video you're playing.
Sorry?
I can hear the video you're playing.
That's not to say that more frantic high.
Yeah.
That's not to say that more frantic high concentration games can't work. Again, Point Blank has plenty of examples.
Yeah, I decided
these
to
bingo and
download
math-
a video from
And these
Storm
bingo and
Game
math
Productions.
ones have a
He's another video game reviewer.
Who is, sorry?
Storm Dane.
And
I
these
think you
bingo and
suggested
math
them before,
ones have
yeah.
a certain mathletic style thrill.
Oh.
Hey, did you get Mathletics in the US?
Did I get what?
The online game, educational game Mathletics, back in the early 2000s. Do you recognize that name at all? It was basically it was international Fortnite, but for math, back in the early 2000s. It was crazy.
Again, Point
Probably
Blank has plenty of
not.
examples. And these bingo
I've
and
never
math.
heard of that.
Side note, who remembers Mathletics? Oh man, that stuff was the original Fortnite. You could hear is that. But anyway, the point that I'm. But anyway,
I should save this game and turn it off.
What game?
is that.
I was playing
But anyway,
Scarface.
the point
The
that
World
I'm
Is
trying
Yours.
to make
Oh, yeah.
here is that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Good
the
game.
point that I'm trying to make here is that Point Blank makes
Oh,
you
that's
think
right.
using.
I was in the middle of a mission.
No.
But
So, what do you use to capture your games?
I used Elgato.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know if you've ever. Okay, so you have heard of it.
Well, actually, yeah, I just bought one myself. I bought the Game Capture HD
Oh yeah. When'd you buy it?
a couple weeks ago. Actually, it's not the
Really?
60 variant, but it captures 60 on everything except 1080p. So that's what I need it for.
Oh, okay.
anyway, the difference.
Yeah, I've been using that one for quite a while.
Yeah, I hope to be able to set it up in my room and do some console live streaming soon.
But anyway, the difference
Oh, yeah, that'd be-
here
that'd be nice.
is that Point Blank makes you think using precise
I think I
single
used it
shots
for
as opposed to Mighty Hits'
my
large target
NHL Breakaway
constant
98.
blasting.
we have
For fuck's sake!
Superman 64.
But anyway, the difference here
Yeah.
is that Point Blank makes you think through precise single shots as opposed to.
Yeah, looking back at my Superman 64 review, I noticed its quality's kind of bad because I was using composite cables. So
Well, I mean, you can only get so good with N64 because of all the blur filters and stuff. Only very recently
Yeah.
people have worked out ways using action replays and that to disable them.
I just bought I don't remember what it was called. It was bought a cable for it to so it'll record it in S video format or something.
I mean, if you want to find out the best way to get high quality video from old systems, there's this great YouTube channel called My Life in Gaming.
Oh yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, with their RGB masterclass.
Or at least I think that's what I watched.
Oh, they have videos and they make one on every single console and show the best ways to do it, as well as all the latest HDMI stuff that's recently started coming out.
Yeah,
But yeah, I've watched all their stuff. It's so useful.
What
My
these
li- I
games
think-
also
I
represent
think I
is
know
the
who you're talking
closest
about,
thing
so I
Point Blank.
watched them too.
What these games
It's a
also
guy, right?
represent is the
There are two
closest
guys.
thing that Point Blank has
Two guys,
to a puzzle.
My life in gaming. Because I think I watched this N64 video.
Mighty Hits. Mighty Hits
I
actually
kinda-
has a decent number of more.
At least
Mighty
I
Hits
think
actually
that's-
has.
could be. Hmm.
What these games also represent, though, is the closest. What these games also represent is the closest thing Point Blank has to a puzzle. Mighty Hits has an actually decent number of puzzle games, and they're probably the worst ones.
Oh, okay. It's not the person I was thinking of, but I did watch them before.
Yeah. I mean, like they've done stuff on every single system, and like they like also like tell you like how to do it all from like the basics.
Yeah.
Although it can be a bit of a money pit if you're not careful.
Taking
Oh,
too
yeah,
long
I
and
can.
not really doing anything that couldn't be done on a normal controller.
Yeah, I've definitely seen these guys before.
Mhm. And on top of like just the video quality stuff, they make some really cool like documentaries on like old video game VHSs or porting studios and stuff like that. So it's like a real mixed bag of good stuff in there.
Also, I just want to
Nice.
quickly rant about. Also, I just want to quickly rant. Also, I just want to quickly rant on this Simon Bell thing because I do not believe it is made adequately clear. Also, I just want to quickly rant on this. I didn't know I was sequence. I didn't know I in the instruction sequence.
Yeah, when I watched these guys, I think they were talking about the Frame Meister.
Oh yeah, like that's a really old video at this point. The original FrameMeister ones.
Yeah.
Because the FrameMeister price has doubled these days because the like the chips that it relied on for its manufacture have stopped being produced.
Oh.
So like back then it was like $300. Now it's closer to 600.
Oh heck no.
And so well, I mean there is still the OSSC. Like a lot of people have started moving away from the FrameMeister these days because while it does have very nice looking like upscaling and like versatility, it isn't the best of composite, and it also adds between 1 and 3 frames of lag. Now you've got other projects like the OSSC and the RetroTink, which are technically only really line doublers, but they give a great image for about $100 US to HDMI, and like they don't add any lag; they're completely lag free.
Nice.
So you want to check out the videos on the OSSC and the
I didn't know
RetroTink
what I was-
and alternative scalers.
I didn't know what I was supposed to do. It was just
Well, look up
annoying. I just
alternative,
I just had to stand around doing nothing for over. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. It was just annoying.
Yeah, I definitely remember this dude.
I just had to stand
talk about the
around. Fuck this game.
I recognize his voice too. I'm like,
Yeah, they've both got very distinctive voices.
One thing
Yeah.
Point Blank is really good at is. One thing Point Blank is very good at is constantly presenting a large number of predictably moving targets. There's always something to shoot, and there's always something to shoot.
I'm a goof.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something to shoot at, and you almost always know where it's going. Mighty Hits has long pauses with nothing to shoot, and often the gun is reduced to a glorified mouse pointer.
Yeah.
There's also a distinct lack
I
of.
think I remember.
There's also a distinct
even
lack of
looking at
hazard
the
targets, encouraging you to adopt
N64 Ultra HDMI
also most
scaler.
galleries.
And it was. I think I looked at the price for it, and it was like really pricey. I was like, yeah, no.
I mean, I think the price has come down because they've revised the kit and that sort of thing. But like, you can get some really good results with the Ultra HDMI.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah, and also, there's been a lot of cool developments with like GameCube HDMI stuff recently as well, using the digital video port.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
A lot of cool plug and play solutions because they finally managed to reverse engineer the weird signal Nintendo used.
Also, I haven't
That's
mentioned it yet, but Mighty Hits' gun just doesn't feel as nice to
Ultra
shoot as Point Blank's, and it took me a while to work out why.
Okay, and they got 3
With
clips
Mighty
left to
Hits,
work
there's
through.
a nice loud gunshot, which you'd think is what you'd want.
Hip hip hooray.
With Mighty
Yeah, this is looking about a 30-minute video.
With Mighty Hits, there's a nice
Which is
loud
a lot
gunshot,
longer than I
which
thought
you'd
it'd
think
be.
is what you'd want in a gun game. But in Point Blank, the emphasis is less on the sound of the gun firing, and more on the target being destroyed. It's a subtle change in recoil.
Yeah, this is the first episode where I'm going to be using all the audio from the camera mic as opposed to just recording it with my studio mic. So I'm interested to see what kind of quality I'll be able to get out of it after a bit of post-processing.
In Point Blank, your gun destroys what it shoots, but in Mighty Hits, the hits are, ironically, less mighty, because the bark is worse than its bite. Or would that be better than its bite? Or would that be better than its bite?
So when are you planning for your next review to come out?
Or would that be better than its bite?
What?
When are you planning for your next review to come out?
Honestly, I don't really have any like date. Actually, I did, but I was okay. I started doing my review on August, and I was planning on finishing it before October.
Oh, yeah. I think you did mention something about it back then, but yeah.
Yeah, and then I was either like really busy with work and school. Actually, I was, but I think I also slacked.
And that theme carries into the gallery design too. I was struck first.
So I was just very tired all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of what I'm going through now.
Yeah. Now this whole coronavirus thing's going on, and I'm not at work, so I have time to actually work on my thing.
Oh, I just
Heck,
found
that
out
was
my friend got a new cat.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool. Stop typing. I want to click on the cat picture. Where is it? Oh.
actually, I was working on my script last night. Actually, like before I even knew my job was gonna make me stay home.
So, like, do you not get any pay because of that, or
Do what?
like, is it gonna be like paid leave because of like coronavirus? So I was like, nah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay me.
Oh, that's good.
In Point
Yeah.
Blank, they're generally
I'm
about
casual,
10
so,
seconds
yeah.
or so, but with Mighty
Sure,
Hits,
right.
they're 20, 30, or 40 seconds
I didn't
long.
think they would.
And that really slows the overall pace down.
Well, I mean, it's compassion.
Whoa, that's...
Yeah, so. Also, what with all this coronavirus stuff, how long have we got before Trump goes up for re-election?
It's a bit of an
Do what?
overcompensation.
How long before, like, your federal election over there?
I honestly don't know. I don't
Whoa,
keep up
that's
the
a
news.
bit of an overcompensation, don't you think? And why such a random number?
Probably bad on my
Well,
part.
it's a product of the difficulty system. All the galleries are presented in 3 difficulties, but the time limits and fail
Might ask
conditions
my
are tweaked
parents
for
about
each.
that.
The Pot Bottle game has
They
different
keep up
time
with
limits. The
news
Bell
unlike
Simon
me.
game adds... The Bell Simon game adds no... Bell Simon...
Okay, that's pretty good.
You have to get a different number of bunnies, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, cool. I finished the mission. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, sometime we should do like one of these streams, but like a gaming one where we can just like tune out and talk a bit more rather than me like editing.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
that would be fun actually.
No, if you ever want to do anything on your channel, just let me know. Because like for like the next couple of weeks, like yeah, around about this time of day, anytime I'll be free.
I guess it does the trick, but
Okay.
Point Blank goes the extra mile and makes
Well, I'm
completely
gonna
different...
do.
Apart from tomorrow, because I'm having surgery tomorrow.
You're having surgery
Yeah.
on what?
I'll let you look it up what it is yourself, but it's called a pilondial abscess. It's not pleasant. It's a thingy on your butt. It's going to be cut off. So basically, they're going to
gallery's
rip me a new one.
for each difficulty level. So yeah, take what.
Okay.
So yeah,
Very nice wording there.
Yeah, I've been loving. Every time somebody asks, I've been trying to find a way to work in. Rip me a new one.
So yeah, take that for what you will.
You know,
Perhaps my favorite gallery in Mighty Hits was this one, where you have to line up the target.
Well, hopefully your surgery goes well.
oh, thanks. Well, I mean, I imagine they'll want to get me out the door as soon as possible. What with the current unpleasantness.
Yeah.
The target. I'm sorry to keep it up, but it is such an apt comparison. In Point Blank, you're always hits. But in Mighty Hits.
Okay, that one there. Very roughly, just put a clip down.
But in Mighty Hits, fish are paralyzed. You remember patterns, solve puzzles, and the only thing you get to destroy is a wanted poster. And the only thing you get to destroy is a wanted poster.
Alright, cool.
All right, one more clip.
Okay, recording this bit slightly out of sequence.
Oh shit! I recorded it.
Perhaps my favorite gallery in Mighty Hits was this one, where you have the ice balls, cups. What? What? Oh, it makes completely different galleries for each difficulty level. So yeah, take that for what you will. I'm sorry to keep it up, but it is such.
I'll just find where that should go later.
The unresolvable issue here, though, that sums up all my points, is the overall lack of quality and refinement here. Known to all games. Issue here. The unresolvable that Mighty Hits has to offer.
Are you getting messages, or is that me?
Messages?
Yeah, I'm hearing like the message. Boom.
I don't think, no. I didn't hear any from my end.
Don't have anything open. I don't know. I'll fix it later.
On top of the technical
Nearly done.
issues, there's no cohesion to its theming. Well, on top of the technical issues, there's no...
Now we come to the final level of the game, simply known as the house.
On top of the technical issues,
Please
there's
start
no
again,
cohesion to its
It is odd
theming.
because at first I
Well,
thought she died
there
from
is
the
in a
factory.
way if you count Russian
apparently
knockoff
she
Toy
escaped
Story
the
3
elevator
opening
and
sequence via
only her
Baldi's
dog dies.
Basic.
Wait, what? I only just I didn't hear most of that. Then I just heard your dog dies. I'm like, what happened?
I was sorry, I was reading my script.
Well, unless you count Russian knockoff of Toy Story 3's opening sequence via Baldi's Basics as a theme.
I'm just checking to see if I need to like reword it a different
Before and
way.
after each level, you're greeted with...
Sometimes I'll write out my script.
Before
like,
and
at
after
night,
each
and
level-
then, like the next day, I'll read it again.
Before
I'll be
and after
like,
each level-
I probably should
Before and after-
not. I need to.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole point of the second draft is to make it look like you knew what you were doing in the first.
Yeah.
After each level, you're greeted with... Before and after each level, you're greeted by these characters that really do look like something out of Baldi's Basics. I know it's a stylized budget PS1 game, but so is this, and this, and this, and Jesus! Well, I guess it can always be worse.
Oh yeah, there's a joke in here where like I want to show off some like really bad like PS1 models. They're like
Yeah.
cursed. Do you know of any good ones? Like I mean,
I
there's PS1 Hagrid and PS1 Ron from the Harry Potter games. Then there's like a bunch of movie license stuff, but yeah.
I honestly have
There's
no
this
idea.
guy
'cause
who's
I,
obviously the range safety officer.
I never really grew
There's-
up playing PS1
There's
games.
this guy
Fair enough.
who's obviously the range safety officer. There's this guy who lives in a society. And then there's this guy who just
Cursed models.
is having a whale of a time. And then there's this guy who's just having a whale of a time.
Perhaps the Grinch? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Grinch. That had some good stuff, I think. But I might use that as an example of a better one rather than a cursed one.
And then there's this guy
In
who's
terms of
just
models.
living his best life. I have no context for any of these guys. I don't know their names, I don't know why they're telling me to shoot things, and the FMVs don't do anything to clarify this. Are they toys? Are they people? Are they
I
abominations?
know a bad N64 model.
Okay. Shoot.
Superman.
I suppose they add some visual variety, but in general, this game just has the wrong kind of variety, if you know what I... Wait, if that... But what really ices my I.O. shield, but what really eggs my edge connector, is that even after the shootings over, Mighty Hits can't get it right. Every game is followed by a several second time up ditty before fading out and showing the results screen. It might not seem that long, but it helps to either kill off any initial thrill you get from beating the challenge, or lets you stew over failure for... Point blank, it's literally 2 seconds on the edge of your seat, and bam, there it is. Job's a good one.
I can hear you eating though.
Here's how well you did. Moving on. Here's how well you did. Moving on. Ghoul Panic needs a little loading screen, but even then, it gets it all off as quick as it can. Ghoul Panic needs a little loading screen, but even then...
Nearly
The
done with this
final
clip.
insult
Nearly
is
done.
the end game. The last insult is the final end game screen. Point blank lets you shoot targets quickly to pull off a celebratory firework.
Simply known as the house. Plays Erica.
Point blank
again,
lets you
which is
shoot
odd
targets
because at
quickly to
first I
pull
thought
off a
she died in the
celebratory
factory,
fireworks
but no,
display
she
to
apparently
round
she
off
escaped the
successfully
elevator
completing the
and only
levels.
Her dog died.
Mighty Hits, on the other hand,
And only her dog dies.
Reaction shot.
and on top of that, it has the gall to tell you not to slack off near the end. Which, if you assume... Seriously, who gets to the last... And if you assume that your player is in danger...
Ooh, we managed to get 4 viewers by the end of this. I wonder how if they're even having a decent time.
And if you assume that your player is in danger of slacking off near the end of your game's... And if you assume that... Seriously, who gets to the last level of game and goes, ugh, let's just get this over? Yeah, I went there. And even after a number of ending... But then, even after a number of ending epilogue FMVs, which are stimulating, it gives you a ludicrously overcomplicated score table with a 26-letter grading spectrum. And gives you the advice, if you want to do better, you need to make less mistakes. And gives you the advice, if you want to do better, you need to do better.
Okay, I think I might have just gone to the end of that section. Ah, yep, okay, so that's the end of that section, so... I might as well put in the last little bits. That's all test footage. I can't believe it, like, when I was filming this, I had this great big dirty yellow stain on my shirt that I didn't notice, and now I'm stuck with it.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to do stuff like that.
It's released as a budget game in Japan, and, well...
Oh, I see it.
You can... A straight-up point-for-point comparison between...
Yeah, okay, I'll just put the last little bits of footage from this one in, and then I'll probably end the stream.
Alright.
So I've been going for about 2 hours, or 3.5 if you count the bits that I forgot to go live for.
You know, I never meant for this video to be a straight-up point-for-point comparison between these two,
almost 2
but
hours.
the more I wrote, the more it just... You know, I never meant for this video to be a straight-up point-for-point comparison between these two, but the more I wrote, the more I realized that everything that Mighty Hits did... You know,
Getting
I
late?
never intended for this video to be just a point-for-point
Yes,
comparison between these two, but the more I wrote, the more...
Oh yeah, okay, so one interesting bit about this game that is about to come up in the clip I'm editing is when I originally envisioned this video, the idea was that Point Blank costs about $35. Point Blank 2 cost more, Point Blank 3 cost even more, Ghoul Panic was about $30, whereas Mighty Hits you could get online for about 10. So the idea was, okay, is it good as like the budget party game shooter on the PS1? However, since I have made, scripted this video and got to filming, this game, Point Blank and all those others, they've risen in price to like 50 plus, and Mighty Hits is now worth like 35. So the whole premise of that thing is like, yeah, it's really just worthless these days. Like, it's a terrible game and it costs a lot of money. Get rid of it.
The more it became obvious that everything that Mighty Hits does
Well then.
had been done
I actually
already
did a little
and
ad-lib section
substantially
here
better
that I'll...
in Point Blank years earlier. Or had it. So ultimately, this is not a good...
Oh, did I forget to record a bit? I think I did. I'll just have to do that later. If I did, I'll stop here. Wait, how much is it? I realized I'm like halfway through writing this script.
Already and substantially better. These days, Point Blank 1 is closer to about... I rate much...
Okay, so I just realized there's a small section that luckily is off camera that I forgot to record, so I'll need to go and record that, and that's the next one. So I just want to leave what I've got here for now. Holy crap, I did that entire 4-hour session without saving, and it somehow Vegas didn't crash. Can't believe I forgot to do that.
Wow.
That was fucking lucky. I didn't save once. Alright, so let's get the broadcaster back up. Okay, so that was an interesting experimental stream. We got 2 people on live, but unfortunately didn't really get any interest in the chat box. Yeah, if you watch this on the VOD and you somehow managed to watch this entire thing, yeah, tell me what you thought, tell me what I could improve, etc., etc., etc. I'm probably going to do another stream. I'm probably just going to record that last little bit I was talking about, and then I'll edit that in, and yeah, and then I'll do that off stream, and then maybe I'll start streaming again when it's time to put in like the gameplay sections, because that might be a bit more interesting. But yeah, so yeah, Racky, did you enjoy yourself on the stream?
I sure did.
That's good. Yeah, anytime you want to stream on yours, you let me know. So yeah,
All
I'm
right.
just gonna end the broadcast now, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.
See you later.